Welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of our second Stellaris Chronicle on this channel, playing as the Commonwealth of Man in this one. And it's the year 2462. Hopefully we can get some more years covered in this one. I did unpause it just briefly, maybe a few months rolled by, and we got a tech. So we learned edict duration. More aggressive information campaigns improve the populace's receptiveness to edicts. And we will follow that up with, maybe we'll just start knocking these things out so they stop appearing. I'm not going to use these texts, but they're not going to take long to research either. I went through and I've reorganized a slew of things. I've moved populations around. It's all one big giant web to me, and I have to confess my mind is not completely unraveling all of this as methodically as I would expect from someone who really knew what was going on. I have some semblance of what's going on, and what I'm doing is more akin to like that little puzzle that you could get for little kids back in the day. It would be it's a plastic frame with squares inside it that form, it's a puzzle, it forms a picture, and there is one piece missing so that you can slide these things around until you can figure out how it all works together. And that's what I feel like I'm doing. I sort of have an idea of what needs to go where, but a big part of this is just simply, let's try this and see if that works out. So I have done it from top to bottom on our planet list. I also upgraded the anchorages that needed to be upgraded, and we are upgrading trade worlds and things like that. So stuff is moving along there. We are 3/5 of the way through upgrading here, it looks like. So we've got these two to do, and then we'll probably be adding more ships to these flotillas, plussing up quite a bit. Because our naval strength is getting out there, which is what we wanted. Okay, we are at the dreaded 666 on consumer goods, so hopefully no bad karma is on its way towards us, so to speak. Let me hit start and get our timer going. All right, we will unpause it then, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, we got the gene clinics, new research. Let's knock out cytorevitalization centers. Rogue synthetics. A unit of rogue synthetics, which went off the grid months ago after failing to report for work, was confronted by a team of heavily armed government agents on Corrigan today. This resulted in a large public firefight that claimed the lives of dozens of our agents and almost 1,000 innocent bystanders before the synths could finally be destroyed. At least they were dealt with. Okay, so that's problematic. Rising unemployment. Is there something maybe I should be doing with my droids here? What are their rights set to? They have residence. What about full citizenship? It's not possible because they're considered too alien. Well, alrighty then. Prevent pops of this species from growing their population. I'm going to go ahead and enact this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because these are our labor bots, basically. They don't... Our bionic human species doesn't have these two traits. I still really detest that we have two versions of this. They're the same exact thing. But maybe this one. No, because it's going to cause happiness problems. Servitude. Synthetic citizen rights. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Okay, so there's the cytorevitalization centers. Get chemical bliss knocked out. Those things are showing up steadily now, and they're taking up slots in our options. Who's this?
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Sardell Archive. Okay. Go ahead and get that. Unity sector seems to be cleaning up okay.
Project complete.
Slowly but surely. Special project complete. Species modification is done. Okay. That's good.
Science Division reports success.
And we got the psionic theory. Exploit resource Zro distillation. Sure. The excavation has hit delays as the dig site becomes increasingly toxic the deeper we go. Parts of the shaft are dangerously irradiated, probably by the catastrophic event that dug out the crater in the first place. The need for protective countermeasures and decontamination apparatus is slowing progress on the work. Okay. And I also just realized I was listening to a video in the background off screen while I dealt with all this stuff, and it had very low volume. So what I did is I cranked up my headphone speakers, which is separate from the audio you guys hear that comes from the PC. And I had to lower the audio here. So we should actually be right about here if I remember correctly. Okay, let me double check my mic. Mic seems to be okay. All right, continue on.
Science Division reports success.
Durasteel materials. This strong yet flexible material is capable of withstanding severe punishment. It serves well as ship armor. Construction templates. Oh, we're into engineering now. Citadel would be nice. Defense platform hull points. So we should be coming across the Titans tech here pretty soon, but let's grab Citadel. We're going to want that. Pretty much everything is building. Scum, this is intolerable. Okay, let's go through an upgrade. Across
Science
the board
Division
here.
Success.
Hit pause. Okay. And we're working on the last unit right here. So let's go ahead and queue everything up for upgrades on the fleets. And then we're going to expand these fleets again. Alright, we got this Zro distillation, an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles. It has been deposited on a number of worlds through meteor impacts, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, Zro acts as a very potent and addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. Okay. We'll grab this one to get it off the list. Our construction ships here can get back to work. Feel like we're making progress.
Ships refitted. Ships refitted.
It does. This is the first time in a while that it has felt like I was making progress instead of just sort of treading water.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Or even just
Ships
trying
refitted.
to keep my head above water. Shield harmonics, okay. 6470, 6470. Let's grab, I guess we'll go with that. Phase 3 on the focusing
Ships
arrays.
refitted. Ships refitted.
Unauthorized synthetic project, not good. A synthetic work detail on Corrigan was recently discovered to have been diverting building material to construct some sort of small unarmed spacecraft in an abandoned hangar. The vessel was half finished when it was found. All of the synths involved in its construction were immediately dismantled so that their memory cores could be thoroughly analyzed, but they appear to have self-wiped just before the units went offline, something their manufacturer assures us should be impossible. Okay. So obviously this is disturbing. I think this kind of stuff happened in my UNE playthrough also, and seemed to coincide with some kind of an endgame crisis perhaps, or some sort of crisis. And that's what broke my empire. I was dealing with too many things at once. Unfortunately, what
Ships
that means
refitted.
for us is that I really don't want to go to war with the Bruvens right now until I get this thing solved. A combination of favorable weather conditions on one of Solaria's largest continents and dedication of our workers has allowed the Planetary Energy Company to overshoot its production targets. Okay.
Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Science Division reports success. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted.
Okay. We learned the habitability modification. 60, 55. Wait. Let me make sure about that. Is there anything that I really like? Army health, starbase capacity, food from jobs. We're doing good on all that. So yeah, we'll go with the Admiralty support staff. And we also learned Devastator torpedoes. That's the last thing I learned? Hey, this says that I've already learned Titans. Or is this what I can pick from? Oh, that's what I can pick. Researched. Okay, Citadel. Plans for an immense battle station, capable of holding its own against several strike fleets, are now being drawn up. If realized, these citadels will become monuments to greatness as much as system hubs. Okay, and we're about to embark on learning the Titans technology, which as soon as we're done with that, we can pick our last ascension perk.
Ships refitted. Ships refitted. Ships refitted.
Substance abuse on Naflaveth.
Ships
I think I'm
refitted.
going to wait until all of these are upgraded to the same level that we have all
Ships
star
refitted.
fortresses, so the symbol will look like this. And then we will
Ships
upgrade
refitted.
everything to citadels.
Ships refitted.
Okay, we just finished upgrading all of our fleets.
Ships refitted.
They're now refitting.
Ships refitted.
Let's maybe let that complete.
Ships refitted.
That process complete.
Ships refitted.
Where's my influence at? Here we are, 60. Okay. And we're still updating, okay. Unity is starting to shape up. Fitzroy's world sector still seems a little... Well, I don't know. It's doing okay too. Maybe this one is the one that needs the most help. Synthetic disappearances. Alarming reports of mass disappearances among the galaxy's non-ascended synthetic population are becoming more and more frequent. Millions of units are now unaccounted for, while instances of violent or erratic behavior by those synths who still remain have increased by a factor of 10. There has been a rash of incidents where groups of synths attempted to steal or commandeer small spacecraft for the purpose of traveling somewhere into unknown space. In those cases, when the attempts were thwarted, the synthetic hijackers claimed they were being summoned to somewhere. Interrogations have yielded little else, as any captured synths invariably self-terminate shortly after being detained. Thankfully for us, it seems as if our organic heritage shields us from whatever is affecting the synthetics. What has gotten into them? Yeah. What has gotten into them? So, we're not being affected, but these are. All right. Do I have a science ship available? Not yet. The ghost signal. Ancient remains. Okay. Unpause.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Repause. Oh man, that was fast. We got Titans pretty quickly. Modeled after the hulking shadows looming in the core systems of stagnant ascendancies, the Titan class can be outfitted with X-size weapons. Outstanding. Oh, here's Mega Engineering. Yeah, we're going to take that. And it wasn't World Ship, it's Colossus Project. The Colossus Project is where fevered dreams of terror and deterrence meet. A vision of the biggest ship carrying a weapon capable of devastating entire worlds. Issue Special Project Colossus Project. Completing the Colossus Project unlocks the Colossus ship type that can be armed with planet killer weapons. We accept. Previously spoken of only in hushed voices, and before then only in whispers in the most labyrinthine corridors of military skunkworks facilities, the Colossus Project now enjoys official sanction. Possibly the single greatest military innovation the galaxy will ever see. The Colossus Project comprises the development of a planet killer weapons platform, as well as a Colossus hull configuration to carry it. The Colossus vessels will likely require an escort, as the projected demands of a planet killer weapon preclude any other armament. Nevertheless, the Colossus, once developed, promises to be perhaps the single most destructive force in the galaxy.
New sitrep.
Okay. Research it. In the meantime, we need to go to Ship Designer. What is an ion cannon? Oh, this is for a defense platform, isn't it? Plus 50% damage, armor damage, plus 25% hull damage, range of 250. Perdition beam, a massive array of linked energy amplification conduits that fires a beam of unprecedented firepower. We're probably going to want to make use of that. Okay, and it's called the Gargoyle. In the meantime, why do I have... Again, I have... No, I'm sorry, that's a destroyer cruiser, okay. And I am supposed to have two versions of the battleship. I wanted that. I have two versions of the Corvette. Here is our Titan, the Executor. And I guess the Perdition Beam is the only Titan weapon we have. Again, it's not very good against shields. It's not Yeah, it's not very good against them at all. It's got a malice. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very good against armor and pretty good against hulls. So this here does shield damage and a little bit of hull damage. What are our options? First of all, let's see. You're all large. Oh, we have also different options here. We got the Titan bow. Over here, the Titan core. And back here, okay, so no options. Kinetic Battery. This does 35.15 damage, which is a lot more than this. Okay, the Gauss cannon does more, and it's very good against shields, so that might be good to pair with it. Oh, the 40. This one also does more. 50% armor damage, 75% hull. Not good against shields. Is good against shields. I mean, I might want to just pair these two together. We got neutron launchers. That's missile tech. Good against shields. Not good against shields. 29.17. 36.97. A range of 80 versus 100. That's pretty close. This is 130, 120. Gamma lasers are good against armor. Kinetic batteries strip shields and then damage the hull. Gauss cannon plus 50%. Okay, so I think this, I want to stick with the kinetic battery. I mean, I think it really lines up best with the neutron launchers. I'm going to put neutron launchers on the back here. And then I'm going to use the plasma cannons because they do hull damage also. And they do better against armor than these lasers. They have the same range. They're not as good on the damage, but that's all right. I think these are the better choice. Maybe pair them up like that. Okay, over here we have 3 ancillary slots. Advanced afterburners. I don't think I need multiples of those. We have plenty of power. I like auxiliary fire control. Well, maybe I'll put a shield capacitor. I don't think I trust the regenerative hull tissue. I don't know. Maybe I should read up on Google and see what people think about that. You do get hull and armor damage every day, and the days pass pretty quick here. But oh, and it, well, maybe actually I will go with that because it doesn't cost me any special rare materials. Is that upkeep or no? I think that's just a cost. I don't think that's an upkeep. We're evenly distributed when it comes to armor. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go with the shield cap. Plus 10% on shield hit points. Maybe instead of a fire control, I'll add the regenerative whole tissue there. We'll make him a little bit more defensive oriented. And, oh, we have an aura. A shield dampener, so it would reduce shields on hostile fleets. I kind of like this one more. This is more general purpose. This will apply to everybody no matter how they're outfitted. Oh, and then we have positive traits. I want to try that. We're set up as artillery here, which is what we would want. Way more power than what we need, even for the class weapons we're using. We'll save that. Okay. So we're down to about 6.5 minutes left in this game. We have a naval capacity of 750. If I go over here to our fleet manager and I add 1 Titan to everybody, 644. Oh, it stayed at 644. No, here, 676. From 644 to 660, 65432, what, 32? It says it's only a ship size of 16. All right, well, 676. Phoenix. That puts us at 692. Legacy of Carcarian. 708. Behemoth. 724. And can I bump up to 10 for the cruiser class now? 736. Ooh, not quite. Okay, that puts us at 748 of 750. I want to keep everything standardized, so I'm going to hold off on that. Okay, so we're going to be at a fleet cap of 724, and we are still building on the anchorages and stuff, so we have not met our full potential yet. Unpause. Why can't we reinforce?
Ships refitted.
Deneb, are you not able to? These are the defense platforms. Okay, what's this say? Oh, Starbase needs to be a citadel. And needs Titan assembly yards building. Okay.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Well, that makes sense.
Construction complete.
Okay, so energy weapon damage. And we'll take its partner flash coolant, phase 3.
Science Division reports success.
We're up to 4K on our science. Admiralty support staff. Improving the support staff available to our admirals will increase the number of ships they can command in a single fleet. Everything's 60,000. At this point in time, I'm just kind of picking whatever's coming first. Let's take the naval cap, plus 20. Oh, I guess I already upgraded some to a citadel. Missile battery. Let's pause it. What am I going to add? No, this is a star fortress. It can be upgraded to a citadel. Okay, so this is border defense. So I've already got listening posts on there. What we're going to put up next is, this is a, wait, what's this command center do? No, thank you. This is a staple, in my opinion, this comm jammer. So we'll go with that. Same thing here. Add more missiles and go with a comm jammer. Oh, and 6,000 feet under. At long last, we reached the bottom of the shaft and made an astonishing discovery. Mangled by the crash and half melted during atmospheric re-entry, it is nonetheless indisputably a spacecraft of advanced alien design. Despite being buried under thousands of tons of debris after enduring a catastrophic descent, it is remarkably intact. The ship was found with the prow pointing downward, which leads to the assumption that it went straight into the planet at extremely high velocity. We will probably never know why. How the ship managed to retain structural integrity despite all of this is up for debate, but the strongest theory is that it was encased in some form of advanced energy field far beyond our own most cutting-edge technologies. Limned? Maybe that should be lined. And incinerating light, the craft shot through the planet's crust like a superheated projectile until finally grinding to a halt in the darkness. Okay. Whoa, pause. The gun pointed at the head of the universe. Leading scientists across all conceivable fields have at last finalized their proposals for the planet killer class weapon that will arm our first Colossus-type ships. We may select one proposal to develop alongside the final stages of the Colossus Project. Do we want the World Cracker? A directed feed of thermic energy superheats the atmosphere and agitates the planet's core, setting up disastrous tectonic events. A final and comparatively minute concussive blast is then delivered, cracking the planet open. Or do we want the neutron sweep? An accelerated plume of neutron radiation paints the planet's surface, severely degrading most materials and directly destroying biological tissue. Okay, so I think what the differences are here is that you have one that will completely annihilate the planet. It'll break it. Like we've seen pictures of that, right? There's examples of that, broken planets. You won't be able to habitate those. This one here will leave the planet intact and you can take it over for yourself. I'm going to go neutron sweep. I mean, both are appealing to me for different reasons. I don't know that I want to manage any more planets. But seeing as how we can colonize every planet in the game now, from a role-playing perspective, I think it's more likely that we would want to just get rid of what currently lives on the planet, and then we would take it over from there, and we would, terraform it or whatever to bring back the vegetation and stuff. So I'm going to go with the RP approach here and take what I believe our society would select. Neutron sweep. Okay. Now, that brings us to the end of this episode. We have a science ship here that can go research this project. We're currently waiting for an upgrade to Deneb Station. And Deneb Station, in the meantime, is making upgrades to our naval fleets. Our bases are all being renovated where possible. Unity is starting to it's starting to get under control. Everything else still looks a bit like a hot mess. So we'll continue to try and get all of this under control. We're sitting at over 4K. Well, right at 4K, I guess. Well, it's not going to show us the individual numbers there. Science, we're capped out on food, consumer goods, and credits. And we're looking strong everywhere else. Influence is beginning to build up. It might be time to... Okay, before we end this yeah, let me not. I think off screen I'm going to go through and find where I can put crime. Here's one right here. Maybe we'll do it on screen. Launch anti-crime campaign. And just go down the list. 9% I'm not worried about. 88% I am. Solaria, Arcadia. Oh man, 100%. Well, this is not supposed to be like this. Launch anti-crime, and obviously we desperately need precinct houses here. And Tartessos it's supposed to be, actually it's doing they're managing themselves very well. Okay, let's save it. We're in the year 2464. Did I save that? Okay. And again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.